Well, for all the single moms and dads out there, I really want to encourage you. My parents got divorced when I was in high school. My dad had a series of unfaithful relationships that eventually caused my parents divorced. And so the final few years growing up, I grew up with a single mom and going back and forth between mom's house and dad's apartment. And so a big part of Visionary Family Ministries over the years has been equipping single moms and equipping single dads. And the first thing that I would encourage you with, and you may not feel like it's much of an encouragement, so bear with me. First thing that I would tell you if you're a single parent is that success is impossible. And you're like, I thought you were going to encourage me. Here's what I mean by that. If you add up everything that you've got to do in a month, everything that you've got to do in a week, I want you to think about your to-do list, okay? Your typical month, your to-do list. We got to go to work, we got to pay the bills, we got to change the diapers, we got to feed the kids, we got to drive them to church, we got to drive them to activities, we got to mow the lawn. Okay, the list is almost endless. And at the end of the month, imagine that you gave yourself a report card. You've got 106 things on your list as a single mom or single dad to do. When you get to the end of that month, you are not going to go through those 106 things and give yourself A+, 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 A+. It's just not going to happen, because the list is too long for any one person to do. And what that means is you have to choose what is going to get your best, and you've got to choose what's going to get less than your best. If you can't get an A+ in everything, that's in a way freeing for you to prioritize. And what I want to encourage you to do is to prioritize that it's the number one mission of your life as a mom, the number one mission of your life as a dad, to pass your faith to your children. You may not have the cleanest apartment, but you're reading the Bible every day with your son. You may not be getting the promotions at work because you can't put in the overtime, but you're praying faithfully with your daughter. You may not have the extra friendships that you'd like, because you're faithful every week in going to your family Bible study with your son, with your daughter, or you're participating in that nurturing program at church. That you make it, you say, the number one mission of my life. You lock yourself in a room with Deuteronomy chapter 6. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your strength. These commands I give today are to be upon your hearts. Now God gives you a mission. Mission number one for the believer: impress them on your children. The them is the Word of God, the things of God. And then the first practical step there in Deuteronomy chapter 6 is to talk about them. Now the them, again, the Word of God, the things of God. Talk about the Word of God with your children when you sit at home. So out of all the things that you've got to do, out of all the things that are putting pressure on you, my encouragement to you, my blessing to you, is to make family worship, these few moments of your day of family prayer and family Bible reading, your number one priority. Because you understand that your most important mission in the world is to impress the hearts of these kids with a love for God, to equip them then to make a difference in this world for Christ and for His kingdom. And then more than anything else, what we want at the end of the day, by God's grace, is we want to get safely home to heaven together.